Alternatives to disposable plastic, food containers, and packing material. What environmental concern is addressed by food packaging and containers? Food packaging is a major issue in today's era because our landfills and waterways are increasingly getting clogged by plastic bags, styrofoam food containers, disposable coffee cups, and more. It's clear that the convenience of food packaging is outweighed by the waste and pollution that the package leaves behind. Food packaging is also a major issue to our own health because of additives like phthalates, which gives plastics chemicals that allow cardboard to contain liquids, all the way to the bisphenol linings that coat our aluminum cans. Much of our food packaging is extremely dangerous to our health. Plastic packaging is also a major reason to why there is a widespread pollution because of how most of the plastic ends up in landfills or are littered rather than being recycled. The image shows how long it takes for your food packaging to biodegrade. Some of the examples it shows are bananas that take up to 2.5 weeks, a milk container that takes up to 3 months, a grocery bag that takes up to 50 years, a soda can that takes up to 80 to 100 years, and then a water bottle that takes up to 450 years. The image on the left shows the different environmental challenges that food packaging makes, which are resource depletion, plastic pollution, and food waste, which then can cause climate change. Below this, it then shows the state of art, innovation, impacts, and the prospects. The image to the right shows how food packaging can harm the ocean and its. What evidence is there to support your assertion of environmental injustice? The first piece of evidence of why food packaging is an environmental injustice is because of the different short and long-term risks like obesity, cancer, cardiovascular disease, and other health issues that have become more of an issue this year. The second piece of evidence is that 26% of Americans this year have food apps to where they deliver the food to you, which is not good for your health due to the heat coming from the food, which gives off chemicals from the box that can leach into the food and then into your bodies. The third piece of evidence is that the country's 5 largest grocery stores contain about 2/3 of paper takeout, which involves a level of fluorine, and it's the same for bakeries and delis that are about 11% paper takeout. This image shows that plastic packaging is the fastest growing form of packaging, but only 14% of it is recycled in the US. Then below this, it talks about the 4 pillars of packaging stewardship, which are source reduction, recycled content, recyclability, and material use. And last, boosting materials recycling. The bottom right says up to 50% of the U.S. population may lack convenient access to curbside recycling for commonly recycled materials like bottles, cans, and newspapers. This image talks about things that can be recycled versus things that shouldn't be recycled. The things that should be recycled are clean paper, cardboard that is free of food and grease, hard plastic bottles, tubs and jugs that should be empty and clean, all food soiled, steamed or wet paper, paper towels, napkins, tissues, and shredded paper should be placed in compost containers. Do not place any type of plastics in compost containers. The things that should be trashed are any plastic lined paper, such as paper cups, paper plates, to-go containers, wax-lined food cardboard boxes, loose plastic bags, wraps, straws, utensils, and foam packaging.
How and why does your stated concern violate the CST principle of care for God's creation? One of the main reasons that it doesn't follow the principle is because it is killing what God created. The more we pollute, the more it kills our animals and ruins our oceans. It takes about 450 years to be biodegradable with plastic packaging. God created this earth for us to live on it and live the life of Him. By polluting, that won't happen. By making these changes and using other products to make the earth a safer place for us will help the future significantly. In this picture, it shows 6 tips to break the plastic habit. 3 reasons are to bring your own shopping bag to grocery stores, avoid using cutlery, and invest in a travel spork. And also, when you go out to restaurants, ask for leftovers to be wrapped in foil or your own reusable container. Plastic is one of the ocean's deadliest predators. Almost 8 million tons of plastic enters the ocean each year, and that's a truckload a minute. It is scientifically proven that 10 times more plastic in our oceans will increase in 2020, and it is proven that it is true. By 2050, there will also be more plastic than fish by weight. If this continues, 40% of all plastic produced is single-use packaging. Describe a practice that addresses the concerns of the previously identified and identify how this practice contributes to planetary sustainability. The reasons I put down were reusable bags for grocery stores, reusable coffee cups when you get coffee out, reusable water bottles, less takeout, and reusable straws instead of using plastic straws. In the 2 pictures, it shows the pathway by which plastic enters the world's oceans and why we need to make a change. Over 300 million tons of plastics are produced in the United States each year, and only 10% is recycled. Globally, primary plastic production is about 270 million tons per year. In the picture on the left, there are 5 stages of intervention to confront plastic threat. In stage 1, development of natural substitutes of plastic and production of biodegradable plastic. The main actors are scientific research institutes, companies, and governments. The last stage, stage 5, collection of plastic litter and ensuring their proper disposal. Main actors are individuals, communities, companies, social and environmental organizations, and governments. Address the social, economical, and environmental aspects of the practice you are proposing. Economical, it may be a little bit more expensive, but in the end, it helps our animals by using earth-friendly products. Environmental, by using paper straws, we can reduce pollution and help save our planet.